Hey, so some events have happened in mutual friends' lives that made me very passionate to make this video. This video is an awareness video. It could make you cry, it could trigger you, but this needs to be talked about. So in order to make this discussion and subject that I will be talking about relevant, I'm bringing up past history events to show and promote that the types of things people are being denied are parts of the things that keep us alive. In the late early 1900s was an experiment called the Russian tests. In this, they took and tested 20 newborn infants. In this inhumane but necessary process, the babies were placed in two different groups. We will call these Group A and Group B. Both groups were given regular feeding times and changing times. But while Group A was receiving emotional and physical attention, Group B lay in a room filled with nothing but maybe the cry of another baby. By the end of this experiment, Group A had healthy babies, loving and involved babies, while Group B had lost nearly every child to death. This test not only lasted about 4 months, till they deemed it necessary to pull the children out of the environment because they developed symptoms to the lack of love, attention, and acceptance that they existed. Each baby before death was physically healthy, but when approached, they did not move, try to verbalize, or in a sense acknowledge their own existence. And within a couple hours, they would pass. Why is this relevant? Yesterday, in one of the most liberal places of our country, a place I and many call home, a beautiful man that had so much life and love to give, gave up his life because his family, no, his lifeline gave up on him. Because he was gay. Why is it that people will let something as little as our sexual orientation define every inch of our being? That because your child is not you or is different, that they have nothing to give to the world? You're wrong. And to those who say things like, it's getting better, we just passed marriage equality. Well, let's bring some history back. Why do we learn history? I was always told it was so that we don't repeat it. But if the topic is different, we seem to deem the struggle differently. Well, here, let's bring up a fight from the past that's still being fought right now. The women's revolution. Did you know that the first state to let women vote was Wyoming? And not because they wanted women to have equal rights as men, but because Wyoming is the least populated state in America, and men wanted more voters to vote for them. It had nothing to do with women having equality. So let's go to marriage equality. Marriage equality has nothing to do with equality for the queer community. It, like most movements, is a move to gain some form of political power and put money in the pockets of the wealthy. People, do not be blind to the issues around us just because they are being worked on. Worked on does not mean better. those who can't and don't understand our situation, we don't want you to be us. We just want you to respect us. And just because you cannot in your head comprehend it does not mean that it is not real and does not exist. And what the queer community is dealing with on a daily basis is the lack of love and acceptance for who they are because people refuse to understand difference. Sure, this man who passed away may have been an adult, but how does one let a family go when they have had so many years to establish love within that community? And then in less than a heartbeat, all that is taken away from them, to realize all that time was a lie, to realize you were never loved and accepted by the people who said that they did. I know by personal experience, just like those babies, that to live life without love is a hard life to want to continue living. Don't be a bully. Don't judge a person based on one characteristic that is really none of your business. And please establish and practice patience and educate yourselves. Difference does not define whether or not you're a human being. But to be human is to be different. It shouldn't take death to start a revolution. And the death of this man and the many to come and the many before him will not be in vain. May your deaths be the birth of a new loving beginning. You're in my heart, and though you are gone, you are loved, cherished, and remembered. Thank you.